Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A service conducted in a house of worship. Don't be late for church. A place for public, especially Christian, worship. The church was empty. One of the groups of Christians who have their own beliefs and forms of worship. Perform a special church rite or service for. Church a woman after childbirth. The body of people who attend or belong to a particular local church. Our church is hosting a picnic next week. A service conducted in a house of worship. A place for public, especially Christian, worship. A Protestant church that accepts the Bible as the only source of true Christian faith and practices baptism by immersion. One of the groups of Christians who have their own beliefs and forms of worship. Mate with. Be used by, as of a utility. A means of serving. Tableware consisting of a complete set of articles, silver or dishware, for use at table. Sports. A stroke that puts the ball in play. The act of delivering a writ or summons upon someone. He accepted service of the subpoena. Periodic maintenance on a car or machine. The act of public worship following prescribed rules. The Sunday service. The act of mating by male animals. A force that is a branch of the armed forces. Canadian writer, born in England, who wrote about life in the Yukon Territory, 1874 to 1958. A company or agency that performs a public service, subject to government regulation. An act of help or assistance. He did them a service. Employment in or work for another. He retired after 30 years of service. Law. The acts performed by an English feudal tenant for the benefit of his lord which formed the consideration for the property granted to him. Make fit for use. Service my truck. The performance of duties by a waiter or servant. That restaurant has excellent service. Work done by one person or group that benefits another. Budget separately for goods and services. The act of public worship following prescribed rules. The act of public worship following prescribed rules. Any building where congregations gather for prayer. 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 A strong belief in a supernatural power or powers that control human destiny. An institution to express belief in a divine power. He was raised in the Baptist religion. An institution to express belief in a divine power. A strong belief in a supernatural power or powers that control human destiny. He lost his faith but not his morality. Complete confidence in a person or plan, etc. He cherished the faith of a good woman. An institution to express belief in a divine power. A member of his own faith contradicted him. Loyalty or allegiance to a cause or a person. Keep the faith. Carry out or perform an action. Get something done. Give a performance of something. Horowitz is performing at Carnegie Hall tonight. Perform a function. Who will perform the wedding? The property of holding together and retaining its shape. Wool has more body than rayon. A resonating chamber in a musical instrument, as the body of a violin. Invest with or as with a body. Give body to. The entire physical structure of an organism, an animal, plant, or human being. He felt as if his whole body were on fire. The body excluding the head and neck and limbs. A natural object consisting of a dead animal or person. They found the body in the lake. A collection of particulars considered as a system. A body of law. A group of persons associated by some common tie or occupation and regarded as an entity. The whole body filed out of the auditorium. An individual three-dimensional object that has mass and that is distinguishable from other objects. Heavenly body. The central message of a communication. The body of the message was short. The external structure of a vehicle. The body of the car was badly rusted. The main mass of a thing. The principal Christian church building of a bishop's diocese. The principal Christian church building of a bishop's diocese. Any large and important church. Relating to or containing or issuing from a bishop's office or throne. A cathedral church. A Scottish church. A church associated with a monastery or convent. A convent ruled by an abbess. A monastery ruled by an abbot. A Roman building used for public administration. An early Christian church designed like a Roman basilica, or a Roman Catholic church or cathedral accorded certain privileges. The church was raised to the rank of basilica. The Protestant churches and denominations collectively. A Christian church, with some Buddhist elements, founded in 1954 by Sun Myung Moon and known for staging mass weddings and other communal activities. An independent Christian church established in Armenia since 300, was influenced by both Roman and Byzantine traditions. Any of several churches claiming to have maintained historical continuity with the original Christian church. The ancient Christian Church of Egypt. A Christian church in the Middle East that followed Nestorianism. There is still a small Nestorian church in Iraq. An independent Christian church established in Armenia since 300, was influenced by both Roman and Byzantine traditions. The Protestant churches and denominations collectively. An adherent of Protestantism. Of or relating to Protestants or Protestantism. Protesting. A monotheistic system of beliefs and practices based on the Old Testament and the teachings of Jesus as embodied in the New Testament and emphasizing the role of Jesus as Savior. The collective body of Christians throughout the world and history, found predominantly in Europe and the Americas and Australia. The collective body of Christians throughout the world and history, found predominantly in Europe and the Americas and Australia.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.